What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, and I'm going to show you 5 easy songs that you can play with a capo. Now, a capo allows you to change the key of a song. Like if your voice doesn't match perfectly or it's not in your range, you can just literally put the capo on a fret and it raises the pitch of the guitar as you go up. But it's also very convenient, especially for beginners or songwriters. They're more focused on their singing and they just know basically the open chords. It's a great way to be able to play easy songs without playing bar chords. Before we dive in, let's take a look at the different styles of capos. Finding the right capo shouldn't be a struggle. D'Addario's got you covered with innovative designs built for every playing style. First up, the trigger style capos. The tri-action and artist capo use a spring-loaded mechanism for easy one-handed placement. With tri-action's even tension and the artist sleek design, you get perfect pressure every time. No fret buzz, no tuning issues. Do you prefer fine-tuned control? Well, check out the screw style capos. The Pro Capo lets you adjust tension precisely for every guitar. And the Pro Plus? It takes it up a notch with a dual layer pad that mimics the feel of a real fingertip. That means perfect intonation, even on tricky 12 strings and nylons. And for players who want the ultimate in balance and elegance, the Cradle Capo. Now these are a little more high-end. It's like jewelry for your guitar. Designed for smooth, even pressure, it sits securely without pulling your strings out of tune. The first song is Wonderwall, which is the classic, right? And so I'm playing an E minor chord, but you have, you keep the third fret up from the capo on the B string and the high E string, and then you move these fingers around to play the other chords. Now also, I'm not gonna go super in depth with the actual tutorials. I've got individual tutorials for each of these songs, but I will show you the basic gist of them. And also we might use capos to make some bar chord songs easier by playing them with a capo and not needing bar chords. So Wonderwall, you keep that there the whole time. You can play the E minor chord. Then you move that middle finger up to the 3rd fret on the E for a G. And then you think of it as a D chord by putting your index finger on that 2nd fret G. Once again, those are just staying there. So that would be called a D sus4. And then think of an A chord. And that would be called an A7 sus4. So you get some kind of extra colors by keeping that there. Plus you kind of get a little motif going by keeping those notes the whole time. And this is valuable stuff, but you also just got Wonderwalled. Now the next one's another good example of when you have 2 guitar parts, one in the left side, one in the right side, playing different voicings of the same chord, which makes it fat and thick and it makes the sound huge. So Fallin is one of those examples. And sometimes it's in the key of E, sometimes it's in the key of F, depending on when Tom Petty played it live, etc. But it's basically the same thing. So with the capo on the 2nd fret, if I played a D chord, it's up a whole step. So it's actually a concert E major chord. So that means one guitar player could play this D chord, and the other guitar player could play an open E chord, which is a deeper, lower ranged voicing of the same chord. So when you have one guitar player playing that open E chord and another guitar player playing capo 2nd fret D chord, it's the same chord, but in a different voicing, fattening up the whole sound. So with the capo on, Fallin, D, depending on, if you're playing it by yourself, you could play D to G. If you're playing it with the other guitar player, sometimes you would just play the top 3 strings. Like that. It kind of sounds more like it. And then you can play an A major chord, or you can play a type of A suspended chord. You can play that. You can play that. So Or you could go. And then the same version. And you can see right away that it's going to be more difficult to play that version because you need that, which is it's kind of like a power chord suspended thing. We're not into the theory today. But the capo allows you to then play the same song with easier voicings. So that's Free Fallin'. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is Chris Stapleton's version of Tennessee Whiskey, and we're going to use this D'Addario tri-action capo. You can do it with one hand, it clips right on. The song originally is A major to B minor, which requires a bar chord. But if you put the capo on the second fret, and this has this little tightener, it's like a screw that tightens it in the back. Once again, just one-handed. It's a great capo, really easy to use. Tighten this. All right, so here's Tennessee Whiskey without any bar chords. You play a G major chord. There's 3 different good ways to play it. You got that. Now, normally, you need a bar chord here, but with the capo on the second fret, we play an A minor shape, which is up a whole step because of the capo. So it's really B minor. It's A major and B minor. Concert-wise is what you would call that. But shape-wise, we're playing G and A minor. So those are the 2 chords. Stays on A minor again. Back to the G. All right, next up, Hotel California, which has a lot of, multiple guitar layering, picking parts, 12-string electric, a bunch of solos. But if you were like a singer-songwriter or you were doing a cover gig, this is a nice, easy beginner way to get through all those chords. You could put the capo on the second fret, and you would have A minor to E7, and these can all be played like open chords. So E7's like E major with the third finger off. G major to D. Then F, which you can play this way. To C. Now D minor. Back to E7. I'll do that one more time and I'll say the chords. A minor to E7, then G major to D, F to C, D minor, then E7 again. And the chorus, nothing new, just different combos. F major to C major, then E7, then A minor, and you can, if you want, a little climb up. F, 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 F to the C chord, then D minor, then E7. All right, now we're going to do Dolly Parton's Jolene, and we're going to do capo on the 4th fret, and this time I'm going to use a cradle capo, which is what a lot of the pros, like bluegrass players, use it. It's got even tension across. It's just one of those like pro level versions of a capo. So we're going to go here on, takes 2 hands though. So we're going to put it here on the 4th fret, and I'm going to screw the back here to tighten it up. A real helpful tip too is when you put the capo on, you do want to tune your guitar after the capo is on. A lot of times it has different tension and and it can adjust the tuning intonation. So, just a little tip for you. All right, so we got Jolene. We're going to capo 4th fret, A minor to C, then G, A minor, then G, back to A minor. You add some strumming. This is a good one because of the other chords. There's no D chord, so you have A minor, C, G, back to A minor. This is a good opportunity to play your G chord with your 3rd finger, middle finger, and pinky. So check it out, because it keeps your hand all in the same position. And you can differentiate the chorus by adding a little E minor in there on the chorus. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take me because you can. And all I was using there was just some of that. You call it the G major pentatonic, the E minor pentatonic, or it could be the A minor pentatonic. Yeah, I'm thinking of it as A minor pentatonic. But the open D and G string, you can do it within the chord. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And also don't forget, I have tutorials for each of these songs, more in depth. That was a nice little overview of those songs. Also, huge shout out to D'Addario for being such an amazing company, making the best strings and the best products, including capos, all the capos I used here. So for any of your capo needs or you need to go get one, go check out D'Addario. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again soon.